Appreciate it.
My name is Thomas Eddings. I'm 98 years old, and tonight I wear this uniform not for pride, but for a promise. This violin, it's older than my war scars. I haven't played it in nearly 70 years, not since the day I buried my brother, not since the day the music stopped meaning joy. We were boys pretending to be men. Two kids from Kansas who signed up because we thought duty meant glory. It didn't. His name was Samuel, my twin. He played the piano. I played the violin. We used to practice in our father's barn. And even during the war, when we had 5 minutes of quiet, we'd hum parts of Mozart or grin about how we'd start a little music shop together when we came home. But in 1945, during a mission in France, we got ambushed. Bullets, fire, screaming, then silence. When I found him, he was still clutching a crumpled sheet of music. His chest wasn't moving. I screamed his name until my throat tore. They gave me a medal. I threw it away. What good is a medal when the one person who made life bearable is gone? I came back. I survived, but I left everything else behind. I never played again. Couldn't. The strings hurt too much. Not my fingers, but my heart. I married, had kids, told them I was a hero, but I knew the truth. I was just the one who lived. And yet, last week I found his old sheet music, the one he carried the day he died. The corners still torn, blood still faintly staining the margins. And I heard him, his voice, his laugh, the way he'd call me Tommy Boy. So tonight, I wear this uniform not to be saluted, but to say sorry. I play this violin not because I still can, but because I never did. This music, this trembling melody, is for the boy who never came home, for the brother who died with a dream in his pocket, and for every soldier who gave the music of their life for a silence we can never repay. This song is the only medal that ever mattered.
Appreciate it.
My name is Victor Leonard. I'm 97 years old, and this is Anna, she's 96. We haven't played together in 79 years. Tonight, you are not just hearing music, you are hearing silence, broken. You are hearing time trying to heal. We met in 1944, a small music school in southern France. I played the violin, she played the piano. We were just kids with aching hearts and too many dreams. She had a laugh that made you forget the war. I had a melody in my head I could never finish until I heard her play. And somehow, just like that, the notes made sense. We wrote a piece together. It wasn't grand, it wasn't complicated. It was gentle, like a whisper from someone you love in the dark. We called it Unspoken because we never said how we felt. We were too young, too scared. And then one night she disappeared. There was no goodbye, no letter, no trace, just empty space where she used to sit. I was told her family fled the country. I searched. God knows I searched for years. But she was gone. I joined the resistance, survived the war, but I never finished the piece. I couldn't, because the other half of it was missing. Decades passed. I married, lost my wife, buried friends, outlived enemies. But Anna, she lived only in the music we never played. Then 3 months ago, my nurse brought me a letter from a music archive in Lyon. A woman named Anna Duval had submitted an old composition. It was called Unspoken. I couldn't breathe. My hands shook so hard I dropped the paper. But I called the number, and when she answered, I knew it was her. We met again, two broken bodies, one shared memory, no words, just a piano and a violin waiting. And tonight, we will play the song we wrote as children, the song we never got to share, the melody that outlived war, time, silence, and sorrow. We're not here to be perfect. Our fingers tremble. Our notes may fall apart, but our hearts remember. And that is enough. Thank you for listening to our last song.
谢谢。